Hello and welcome to your Rochester Rundown for the week of September 10th. Let's get right to it. President Biden has announced a new massive federal vaccine plan that'll impact as many as 100 million Americans. Biden says he wants employers with more than 100 workers to require their staff who are not vaccinated to get vaccinated or submit to weekly testing. This in the effort to curb the surging Delta variant that's killing thousands more Americans every week. The new mandate will cover around 80 million Americans. Millions of Americans lost extra unemployment benefits this week when federal programs enacted during the pandemic expired. The biggest benefit ending on Labor Day was that extra $300 a week. New York is reporting the fourth highest unemployment rate in the country. Some local businesses are hopeful the end of the benefits will lead more people to begin applying for jobs. Governor Hochul signed a number of laws designed to strengthen and protect the state's workforce Monday, Labor Day. The first law includes safety measures for construction workers. The second, crafted to fight wage theft in New York. Another extends shared work benefits. Here's what Governor Hochul had to say about the bills.
This pandemic, particularly the Delta variant, is continuing to rage. It's creating unsafe conditions in some workplaces. And if we want to get people back to work and get our kids back in schools, we need to have standards that not just are on law, but are actually enforced. And that's the action I'm going to take here today. With the new school year starting up, Governor Hochul also announced what she calls her Vax to School campaign. It's a state-funded marketing campaign designed to increase vaccinations in school and around school communities. Hochul says the state will do all that it can to avoid a widespread return to remote learning. A new push from Congressman Joe Morelle could help with the bus driver shortage that's been felt across the country. Morelle is asking the Secretary of Transportation to waive the commercial driver's license requirement for school bus drivers and establish a school bus specific license. The shortage is having a major impact in the Rochester City School District, where the bus garage is short 23 drivers now. About 300 students were without a way to get to school Thursday morning, and that required them to learn remotely.
We know that it is difficult. We know that it's burdensome. And for that, we apologize and we feel horrible about that. But we are working.
The first day of school in Rochester was pushed back one day to Thursday due to the bus driver shortage. Bus service was removed entirely for students who live within 1.5 miles of certain schools. RTS has stepped in to help, but regular routes will be 15 minutes late starting Monday as a result. District officials are set to meet again on Saturday to work towards a more permanent solution. Taekwon Rivera, who was convicted as a teenager of shooting a Rochester police officer, could spend more than a decade in jail on new charges. Rivera pleaded guilty to selling drugs through 2019. Prosecutors say he sold fentanyl to undercover officers on multiple occasions. As part of the plea deal, he'll be sent to state prison for 15 years after his sentencing, which is scheduled to take place in October. The Ontario County Board of Supervisors could soon subpoena Ontario County Sheriff Kevin Henderson and his office during its investigation into allegations of misconduct. The board says multiple anonymous calls to the Ontario County Compliance Tip Line claim Henderson made inappropriate sexual comments to employees. A public safety committee has requested Sheriff Henderson's resignation. Henderson released a statement saying he will not resign and called this political. Millions of dollars in funding could soon be heading to Rochester's Inner Loop North Transformation Project. The $4 million project was recently included in legislation passed by Congress. It was submitted as part of this year's Surface Transportation Member-Designated Projects. Congressman Morelle says the legislation still needs to pass in the U.S. Senate. President Joe Biden has indicated that he would sign the bill if it passed. There was a little bit of a scare over at the Seneca Park Zoo Friday afternoon. Zoo officials said staff members were performing routine duties in their African lions exhibit when one of the lions was briefly able to access a hallway in the holding building. The lion was quickly moved back into her habitat. We're told no members of the public were ever in danger. All visitors in that area, though, around the lion habitat were asked to leave that section of the zoo as a precaution.
my heart drops. So it was my jaw. And I also gave you a look like, what?
I was scared because I'm pregnant. I'm thinking, oh no, I can't run.
Yeah.
So I was very nervous.
The habitat area was reopened to the public that same day. The zoo currently reviewing the incident. The Buffalo Bills kick off the season this Sunday, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers over in Orchard Park, and you can catch the game 1 p.m. on WROC Channel 8. That's all for this week. As always, we'll see you next Friday.